Hello everybody, I'm Sharpened Blade, and today we're going to take a look at 2021's best knives in the $200 to $300 price category. What I'm going to do in this video is just look at most of the knives that I bought this year that I really like in that price category. But I do have 5 knives that are the top 5 that are from actually this year. They're designed and released this year, so they're new to 2021. So that's good. But I have some other ones that aren't new to 2021, but I think they still deserve a little bit of time in the spotlight. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. So we'll start with this knife, the Snex collaboration Mini Buster. This knife is absolutely fantastic. I love this knife. The action is incredible. The looks are to die for. I love the black titanium with the bronze accents and like the outlines in the bronze. That's so nice looking. Such a pretty knife. And like I say, the action is fantastic. Yeah, I love this knife. I got this. This is the first knife of 2021 that I actually got. So, that's pretty cool. Next up, whoa, I almost dropped it. Next up is the first knife that Tri-State EDC convinced me. Not very hard to convince me to buy a knife, but as soon as I saw his video on this, I instantly bought it. This is the Arcform Catalyst. This knife is also amazing. The action is superb. So smooth. Very drop shutty. The ergos are excellent on this one as well. Nice big, some stuff on it. Nice big blade on it. Very nice looking. So, that's another nice one. Oh yes, and I forgot, I meant to put this, I forgot it again. So in my last video, the $100 to $200, I completely forgot the Gerberpagos. I thought it was more expensive than it is. I thought it was in this price range, but it's actually $180 or $190. So I apologize. Now this wouldn't have won Knife of the Year because there are some QC issues with it. Mine didn't experience those issues, but there are lots of people that did have issues. So this would not have won Knife of the Year. But this is an excellent knife. That definitely should have been on the list, and I apologize that I forgot about it. It's such a great looking knife. And the action is incredible. With both the thumb studs and the front flipper. Excellent knife. So sorry I forgot about that, but this is, you know, whatever. Anyways, next up is the Birdblades Mini Slim. This knife is fantastic. Now, I'm pretty sure this knife came out last year. I'm not 100% sure about that. This wouldn't be on the list of my top 5. This is definitely like an amazing knife, but it's not my top 5 knives. It's just a little too small. It kind of got pushed out. But focus, come on. What are you focusing on instead of the knife? Let's try this again. There we go. Alright, yeah, so it's a little too small, so it wouldn't have made the top 5 even if it did come out this year. So like I say, I apologize. I looked up reviews on YouTube and some reviews came out over a year ago, so I'm pretty sure it came out last year, but this knife is awesome. The action, again, is really nice. The ergos are good for it being such a small knife, and the fit and finish is amazing on it too. Great knife. It's just, like I say, a little too small to, you know, make it in the top 5, but whatever. Next up is a knife that I wasn't sure if I should put it in this list or in the previous list. This is the MBK Slayback. This is $200, so it kind of could go in either one. This is a fantastic knife. It is so smooth. Such a snappy action, and it looks awesome too. Such a great looking knife. I love this knife, but I have another MBK knife a little bit higher up the list. Another MBK knife that I got just recently that is actually really, really nice, a lot nicer than I thought. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. This is the Turbo. Too many knives, I can't remember everything, but yeah, this is the Turbo. So this has such such a great action, and it sounds cool too. So loud. This is a really cool looking knife. I suppose the blade shape might be polarizing to some people. Some people might not like it. I didn't really like it when I first saw it, but I bought it anyways because it's an MBK knife, and when I got it in person, I do like it more than I thought I would. But yeah, this knife is such a great knife, and the action is, trying to cut myself, fantastic. So that's awesome. So now we're into the top 5. Alright, here we go. So, number 5 is a slip joint. This is the HSK Machine Works Lenny's slip. This is a beautiful, beautiful slip joint. I absolutely love this knife so much. Nice clip point, really nice carbon fiber. Such a great looking knife. The action, it's a lighter pull than a lot of my other slip joints, but there's no nail nick on it, which, focus on the knife, which, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on a little bit more light here, because I think that's why it's having problems. Yeah, that's a little better. I normally have more light coming through, more sunlight coming through. So, yeah, I should have compensated for that. I apologize. But, anyways, yes. It's a great looking knife, and like I said, the pull is a little bit lighter because it doesn't have a nail nick, but from a design standpoint, I like the fact it doesn't have a nail nick. I don't really like the look of those in the knife. I know that's a very traditional thing to see on a traditional knife, but but anyways, no, this knife looks fantastic. It's a little bit tricky to get it, you know, because it doesn't have a nail nick. If your fingers are slippery, you probably will have a little bit of difficulty opening it, but it's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, I absolutely love this knife. It is such a nice slip joint. Number 5. Number 4, and actually I had a hard time picking these and putting these knives in the right categories. I had a really tough job deciding what knife went where because I like them all so much. But number 4 is the Urban EDC Supply F55 in the bronze and anchor motif. This knife is gorgeous. I love the look of this knife so much. Such a great looking knife. And the action is so smooth. It's not drop shutty. I bought skiffs to put in this and I just haven't taken it apart yet to do that. It's very smooth and it drops shut when you shake it shut, but it's not drop shutty. It's not a big deal, but it is really nice on the deployment. Super nice and snappy. It's got a nice little sound to it. It's a great knife. Ergos are solid. You can choke up a bit on it. Really awesome knife, and I absolutely love it. That's number 4. Number 3 is, like I say, I had a hard job picking second place and third place. But number 3 is kind of a 2-for-1. Now, you may have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this knife came out this year. This is the Vortex Axon, left-handed version. I love this knife. You want to know how you can tell I love this knife? Well, I bought 2 of them. It's not very often I'll buy 2 knives that are the same. I know these look different, but you know what I mean. So we have in-cut carbon fiber with the black wash, and we have micarta with a hand satin finish, and that hand satin is absolutely gorgeous. I have not cut very much with this one. This is mostly for carry, fidgeting, and displaying purposes. This one, however, has cut a decent amount. You can kind of see some marks on the blade there, and I absolutely love this. It's a little thick back near the back of the blade, but it's very slicey up near the tip. So it's a nice user, and it's awesome to fidget with. So the reason why it's number 3 is because of that action. It's such an awesome action. It works very well with the V slot, is that what people are calling it? The V slot? And it works great as a front flipper too. So it's an awesome knife, and it has great ergos. I spent a lot of time not liking this knife, and then I got one, and I spent a lot of time really liking this knife. So I think it deserves to be in third place. Like I say, it could have just as easily been in second place and even first place, but there are just some other knives that kind of pushed it down a little bit. So second place goes to none other than the MBK Pincher. This knife is fantastic. It's very cool looking. You can get some that have a carbon fiber inlay in here, and they have multiple versions of carbon fiber, like fat carbon and stuff you can put in there. Very cool. And then it usually comes with a ZDP 189 blade steel, which also looks very cool. I'm going to pick up one of those eventually, but for right now I just have the regular version, and I gotta say, this knife is absolutely fantastic. I love this so much. The action is so fun and snappy and smooth and drop shutty. It is a pleasure to use this knife. It's a pleasure to carry this knife, and to take it out of your pocket and fidget with. It just brings a lot of joy, and I absolutely love it. And it looks amazing, if I didn't already say that. But yeah, this knife is fantastic. Monterey Bay Knives has quickly become my favorite knife company. I gotta say, I just love their knives so much, and I've bought quite a few of their knives in the last couple of weeks, or a couple months I should say. And yeah, absolutely love their knives. Can't go wrong with any of their knives that they have. I'm going to do a video specifically on my Monterey Bay Knives collection as soon as I get the next couple knives that I ordered from them. Next up is the winner. Knife of the year in this price category, and it could very well be Knife of the Year. And it very well could be Knife of the Year in general. This knife it kind of came out of nowhere for me. I absolutely love it. This is none other than the Tuya Knives Big Belly. This knife is incredible. It basically came that smooth out of the box. It has such a great action. It has awesome ergos. Very slicey blade. So fun to fidget with. This like Axis style like crossbar lock, they do such a better job of this than Benchmade does. It's so smooth. Now the most impressive part about this knife is that it's near the top of this category. It's almost $300, but it is made out of one single piece of carbon fiber. Stay focused on the knife. One single piece. And what they did was they put those little like liners that you'd have for, you know, like say like in the bug out or whatever, they have, you know, the liners there on the inside. They just put them on the outside. So you have your steel liners on the outside of it, which just kind of like adds a nice design feature as well as a practical feature. And it's just really cool that it's all in it. It's, you know, it's an integral. Very nice. The studs, you would call them, I guess, they stick out nice and proud of the handle, so it's very easy, you know, very easy to disengage the lock. It is such an incredible knife. I absolutely love this knife, and I 150,000% believe that this deserves to be Knife of the Year in the category of $200 to $300 USD. But yeah, this knife is insane. I love it so much. Now it's a limited run. I think this is number 51 of 220. So if you find one, snatch it up, because they may not be available for long. I know a lot of places are sold out already. If you happen to find one on the secondary, pick it up, you know. Anyways, the winner chicken dinner, the Tuya Knives Big Belly. Absolutely solid knife. Love this knife. Congratulations to all the other knives that are on this list. You are superb knives in your own rights. But you didn't win. But yeah, and congratulations to the top 5 knives. If you like any of those, you definitely pick them up. They're excellent knives. And congratulations to the Big Belly. Definitely an awesome knife that deserves to win. But yeah, that should do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.